Well, we are joined by one of the more accomplished high school track and field athletes, probably in the history of our state, Lexy Halladay of Mountain View High School. She has been recruited by who knows how many colleges, but the caliber of athlete that could pretty much pick wherever she wanted to go. Lexy, you have been recruited for quite some time now, and I'm just kind of curious, what has this whole process been like for you?
Oof, I'm glad to say it's finally over, just because, it takes a long time, and it's fun talking to all the coaches, but there comes a point where it's just, I want to know where I want to go, and taking the visits was fun, but it's nice to finally have it done.
Lexy, you mentioned the visits. You took 5 official visits. Break those down for us.
My first visit was Oklahoma State, and we took that at the end of the summer, so in August, which was super fun. It was a great visit. I love the coach. One of my friends actually goes there, and that's kind of how I started, talking to the coach. But it was a really good visit. And then my next visit was University of San Francisco, which I love that coach too. And then I visited NAU. They're really high in altitude. They have a really good men's program, and their women's program, they're definitely on the rise. And then I also visited New Mexico.
Yep.
Sorry.
No.
I visited New Mexico.
The list is pretty long. We're not going to fault you for it here, Lexy.
And so I visited New Mexico, and they're known just to have a really good running program. In the past 4 years, they've won 2 NCAA cross-country titles as a team, which is really good. And so they're just known for having a really good, strong cross-country program. And then I also visited BYU. Which I loved her as well, just because, for those reasons of cross-training and, just the whole location of that school. Yeah, it was a really hard decision.
Yeah. It also included an unofficial trip over to Boise State, the hometown school, but I think that we have kind of reached the point. Everybody's been wondering now for months where you will be competing at the collegiate level. So we do not know, I promise you. You're going to see a logo behind us. We have no clue what logo is going to go into that screen. Our director set this up for us. So without further ado, Lexy, where will you be competing in college?
So after a long time of talking, I have decided to go to BYU. Yeah, and I've kind of, both my parents went to BYU, and going to all of these visits, I honestly had no idea. It really came down to just, the coaches and the team and just the whole atmosphere of the school, and I just feel really good about it, and I'm super excited to join that program.
How nice is it to have this over, Lexy?
Oh my gosh, it's so relieving. The hardest part was definitely calling the other coaches, just because they were all so good to me, but it's good just to have it done.
Lexy, you have 10 state individual titles, chance to win 4 more. What are your goals as you wrap up your high school career over at Mountain View? I'm
so excited. Just something about getting on the oval and running. It's all on you, and whatever shape you're in, that's what you got. And I'm so excited.
Lexy, we'll get you out of here on this one. What is the end goal for you? And I don't mean to skip over college or anything like that, but you clearly watch the Olympics and are a big fan of a lot of those athletes that compete at that level. Do you envision yourself maybe one day on that stage?
Oh, I'm sure every high schooler does. I mean, Coach Taylor, that's the coach at BYU, Diljeet. We both have some pretty big goals, and I know that, if all goes well, and I know that with her, I don't want to say of course, but it's a good likelihood, and I just know that she'll take me in the right direction, and I really trust in her and what she has in store for me. And that's one reason why I went there, is I know she's very confident in me and my abilities for what I've been able to do with everything that I have so far, and I'm excited.
Well, I know that we are super proud of you. We know that you have great parents. They've been supportive throughout the way. And we can't wait to follow you on to BYU, and we'll go out and go ahead and boldly predict that maybe even on a bigger stage.
Oh, thanks.
For sure. Yeah. But congrats, Lexy.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Thanks.
All right, stick around. More after this.